Fourth set of notes. Connection to twin girls.
Someone who has or had multiple sclerosis or some similar disorder. Someone who is currently expecting. Connection to the name Ruby or something about Ruby. That's also a birthstone, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
A connection to an old mutt that is living currently. Connection to someone in the family, or a strong connection to a friend or neighbor who is a beautician. And finally, a connection to someone who is or has used a wheelchair, who thinks they have all of these. You think you have all of them?
I do.
Okay. Who are the twin girls
Cousins.
of yours?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Who had or has multiple sclerosis or some similar disorder?
My first cousin's husband has Parkinson's.
Parkinson's, I'll take. Someone who is currently expecting.
One of my very close friends' daughter.
Ruby.
My daughter's a July baby and loves rubies.
The old mutt who's still living.
Yeah, my daughter has my brother's 16-year-old dog.
Oh my gosh. That is an old dog. Who is the beautician?
My brother's old girlfriend.
And who used the wheelchair?
Well, my mom has serious ambulatory issues.
I need the wheelchair. She has a wheelchair. Why is she refusing to use it? Is your dad passed on?
Yes.
Your dad's passed on? He knew your daughter?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because it feels like they are really tight. Really tight, because several of these references were to her, right? Okay, give me your first name. Bridget. Dad's first name.
Robert or Bob
I'm gonna call him Bob. About the age Dad was when he passed.
was 88.
Yeah, and daughter's first name.
Ellen.
Ellen. Ellie? Does he ever call her Ellie? Thank you. I'm supposed to call her Ellie. Does your daughter have a child yet?
Yeah.
It's coming, but I want to tell you, and this is really interesting because your dad is so close to her and adores her so much. Your dad is showing me, Bob is showing me, he has the option of returning to the family as your grandchild. All right? It's a big concept, but it makes logical sense given the bond. He's drawing a line from himself to Ellie, and he's saying, I want to make up for lost time. I want to come back into the family fold to reacquaint myself with everyone and to experience what it feels like to be my granddaughter's child. There's an enormous horse's head that just came over your dad's shoulder. Who has the connection to a horse or horses? Did Ellie ever ride or express an interest in horses?
No.
Okay, would you think on that beyond our time together? It feels like it's probably a stronger connection. Did Dad do anything with accounting or figuring or numbers? Because he's writing out columns of numbers and he's adding and subtracting and dividing and multiplying and so on. And I think usually that sort of symbol is representative of just being smart about money and finances. Would that make sense to you, Bridget, at this point? But as it pertains specifically to either you or Ellie, about being smart about money, being careful, because your dad makes me feel as though he was rather frugal and knew where every penny was going. And so I think he just doesn't, he says, you know, a lot of young kids, they run up credit debt. They run up debt. And so I think it's just maybe a caution, maybe not so much for you, but for your daughter of, you know, Dad says, you know, instant gratification. They want everything now and they don't want to work for it or put aside for it, you know, bank for it. Yep. Mm-hmm. Why is he making a big deal about Woolworths?
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember Woolworths?
Yes.
It was like a 5 and dime. Yeah. What's the big deal about Woolworths?
He used to always take my daughter to Woolworths.
Oh my
buy her
gosh.
things and,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
He would take Ellie to Woolworths.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So again, it's reinforcing with Ellie. Is she engaged? It's coming. So, okay, so all of this, Bridget, all of this is converging. All of this is going to be converging. So again, the communication from Bob is tell her to be smart, be frugal, shop at Woolworths. She doesn't need expensive stuff. She just needs enough to get by. And that he has the potential to come back as her baby.
Can I make a comment about that? My daughter is in her mid-30s and has committed. At this point, she says she will not have children. But it's possible. It's not that it can't happen.
Stranger things have happened, and let me tell you something. I have, in 21 years of doing this, interacted with a number of young women who have said unequivocally, absolutely not, there is no way I want children, I am not mother material, and I say, I'm gonna stand by it, you are intended to be a mother. They come back to me and they sit down and they say, guess what? Guess what? And I love it. In fact, the one gal that did that on me is now pregnant with her second child. Yeah, so I'm gonna stand by every word of what I told you, okay? And stranger things have happened. Okay, so Bob gives his love to my girls. He says, my love to my girls, my gals, actually, he says my gals. And had Dad been in military service?
Dad did not.
He is then with another gentleman who is in full dress uniform saluting. Is that his father?
It probably could be, but he was in New York City. We have a long history of New York City firemen and
No.
they wore a dress.
Nope.
Then I don't know.
I'm better than that. It's military service.
My father-in-law.
Military service, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, is it the Korean War? Yes, Korean War. Was that your father-in-law?
Yes.
Yes. Then the two fathers are together.
Okay.
Okay? Just want you to know that. Okay, questions about anything I've said?
No, we stopped.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Well, what's the stump part?
The baby.
I'm gonna stand by it. I'm gonna stand by it.
There were a couple of little things here and there that, for the people that got singled out during the first session that you weren't sure about or you didn't know about. So I'm just kind of wondering if during the intermission anybody had like an aha moment where a light bulb went off and you realized that something was accurate that you weren't sure about.
I did.
Bridget, yeah, what
We
was it?
talked about the horse, and Grandpa, my dad, rented Ellie a pony.
Oh, wow.
Because she was in this crazy, when the Pocahontas movie came out, she was a maniac about it, so he rented her a pony to go.
Your dad did that?
Yes.
For your daughter? I'm gonna stand by every word of what I told you. Wow.
He wouldn't have done that for anybody else but her.
Wow. That's amazing. Okay. You can't make this stuff up, right?